Let's go!
Hey, let's go. Welcome back to Seth's Smorgasbord of Sports here at the Fan Zone of 51 West Studios. Man, you know what? It's the Thanksgiving season. We're rolling up on the holidays. It's like my favorite time of year, okay? Seriously, like this Thanksgiving stretch into New Year's with Christmas topping it off. It's the best time of year, bar none, okay? The best time with your family. You got the best food. You got the best sports, okay? Like, the World Series did just end. Baseball's over, but football season's heating up, and I'm a football guy. Like, deep down, core passion, football, okay? I love all the sports. I love to watch them all. Basketball's heating up, hockey. But to me, the stretch run of the NFL season, unrivaled, okay? And honestly, this episode, I just want to reflect on all the sports a little bit because we're going to talk about what we're thankful for, okay? It's Thanksgiving season. I love Thanksgiving. You get to spend time with your family. Get to eat awesome food with your family, you know, and get to just talk and eat and just have a good time, you know. It's like, oh, yes, this is the time to be merry, you know, all the way up until New Year's. It's just a special time of year. And it starts with Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving is really the kickoff to holiday season, and it kicks off awesome football, in my opinion. Like, you have all-day football from 12:30 tonight on Thanksgiving. And really after Thanksgiving, every game has something riding on it. You know what I mean? Like, all the games are important, but the games at the end of the season really mean something more. And I'm thankful that we're coming up on that time of year. You know what I mean? And, you know, Thanksgiving. Everybody's thankful for their family. Everybody's thankful they get to eat an amazing meal and maybe for their job or for people in their life. Like, I don't know. You know, there's many things you could be thankful for, but this is a sports talk show. I love sports, and I'm going to talk about what I'm thankful for in sports right now, okay? So, honestly, number one on the list right now for me, just off the top of my head, Lamar Jackson, okay? I am so thankful that the Ravens drafted this man in 2018, okay? Like, that's just a steal of the century at the 32nd pick in the draft. If people would have, like, watched him and assessed his talent properly instead of trying to convert him into a wide receiver, he would have been the top pick of the draft, okay? Who are you going to take over Lamar Jackson? I was going to say top 3, but no, he would have gone number 1 if you knew that he was going to be like this. So the Ravens completely stole Lamar Jackson out from everybody else. I couldn't be happier with the guy. Like, he's so cool in his press conferences. Everything he says is right. You know, nobody cares. Work harder. He always has that shirt on. Like, it's true. You know, he's just trying to work harder. He always says, yeah, I don't care about my Pro Bowl votes. I care about winning the Super Bowl. You know, it's just everything the man says is just spot on correct. It's what you want to hear from your franchise quarterback. And what he does on the field is unbelievable. I've never seen another player as electric as Lamar Jackson at the quarterback position. And I've watched guys like Michael Vick play. There's just nobody that rivals him, okay? And it's just nobody. I like Peyton Manning's passing, whatever. Okay, that seems like old NFL. Like, this is just new, fresh, exciting. It changed the game. Okay, everybody wants someone like Lamar Jackson now. He's a new prototype for a quarterback, and I couldn't be more thankful that the Ravens just gave him the opportunity to do it. You know, and that we have him. So Lamar Jackson, first and foremost, on my thankful list. And the second thing I'm thankful for, well, I'm thankful, and this is a couple years back now, it's 2 years back, but I'm thankful the Caps got their Stanley Cup finally. Like, I've been a Capitals fan since 2008, and honestly, it was kind of tragic. You know, my cousin got me into watching hockey. My dad never cared about hockey, so I'm just, like, chilling at my grandpa's one day, and my cousin starts talking to me, gets me all into hockey, man, and, like, of course I'm going to like the same team he likes, and they're the most local team to us, so I pick up the Caps hardcore, start watching them in 2008, and I believe that's the year that they lost to the Penguins in the playoffs. And yeah, that's a heartbreaking way to start your Capitals tenure. And then the next year to win the President's Trophy and lose to the 16th best team in the entire NHL playoffs and the Canadiens was just like getting kicked in the shins repetitively. But like, yeah, it was just, I know that the Caps had years before that were like horrible, you know, but they had a loaded team pretty much my whole life. They've only missed the playoffs like one time my entire life that I've watched them, you know, 2008 season. And so I'm thankful that they capped off with a Stanley Cup, because being that team that was always good, but never good enough, was hurtful, especially when you were winning President's trophies and being the best team in the league to constantly lose to Pittsburgh and to New York and Tampa Bay, all the teams that you hate in the East if you're a Capitals fan. And honestly, it was so vindicating to see Ovi lift up the cup. It was just an awesome moment as a sports fan. I would love the Capitals, obviously, no matter what they ever did, if they ever won a Stanley Cup or not. But to see them win one was truly an amazing moment. Like, everybody in the area was so pumped up for it. So I'm really thankful for the Capitals. I'm really thankful for Ted Leonsis being an awesome owner and Ovi being our captain. But most of all, for all of them coming together and winning that cup in 2018. That was spectacular. Now, I'm just going down the line. So that was football and hockey. What am I thankful for in basketball? You notice I'm putting baseball off because I'm an Orioles fan. But, what am I thankful for in basketball? Well, honestly, right now, I'm thankful that the West is so loaded that one team isn't the surefire. Just, they're obviously going to make the championship. Like the past 5 years we had with the Warriors. And in the East, the 4 years before that, you had with Miami. So this is the first time in a decade that we have both sides of the NBA are wide open. Okay, there's at least 5 or 6 teams that have a shot in the West. 3 realistically, but the West is wide open. There's teams out there. There's you got the Clippers, the Rockets, the Nuggets, the Jazz. Obviously the Lakers. I don't like to mention them because screw the Lakers, but you got the Lakers and a plethora of other teams too that are fringe contenders that I don't think really have a chance. But those are the solid teams in the West that I truly see as a contender. And in the East, you have Philly, Milwaukee, Boston, Miami, maybe? You don't know yet? Jimmy Butler, maybe? No? Okay, for the folks in the back. But, you know what I'm saying. Like, it's open on both sides, and that's cool. And, it makes basketball more exciting in the regular season because, let's face it, when the regular season is completely owned by one team and they're going to make the finals and you're a fan of, I don't know, the Wizards because they're the closest team and they suck and you just want to watch players play basketball because you enjoy the game and you want to watch the best players on the planet play ball. You want to see competitive basketball from tip-off game one. I want to watch on a Tuesday night when nothing else is going on. I don't want to see the Warriors blow someone out by 50 points. Like, I want to see teams like the Clippers and Rockets, or like that Clippers-Celtics game the other night. You know what I'm saying? It was 107-104 overtime. You didn't know who was going to win until the end. That was a great game, That's what I want to see in basketball, and that's what I'm thankful for. Because all the superstars are spread out, it seems like. We don't have, like a super team with, big threes or whatever. Like, we just have dynamic duos all throughout the league, and they're all going to compete against each other throughout the season. Honestly, I couldn't even make an educated guess on who's going to go to the finals right now because there's so many teams that have a possibility to do it. It's like you don't know. So that's exciting in my opinion, and I'm thankful for that. And, let's get to baseball. It's the last major sport, the last sport that I really talk about. I talk about the big four in the United States, and baseball is one of my greatest loves, honestly. I love baseball, and I'm just thankful for the game of baseball, honestly, that while my team is losing 115 in 108 games, I can enjoy other teams. I was enjoying the Astros until it came out that they're, the biggest cheaters since the Black Sox. Yes, the Black Sox. They got a comment the other day that was like, it's the White Sox, not the Black Sox. No, you're the Black Sox forever, okay? But, yeah, the Black Sox, they're the biggest cheaters since them, so all that enjoyment is tarnished. So, I'm not thankful for the Astros. I was until you guys blew it and then came out as cheaters. Like, you guys suck. But, you know what? I'm thankful the Yankees aren't World Series champions. I'm thankful they didn't get there. You're right. That's right. I would rather have a cheater play in the World Series than the Yankees. Straight up. That's the only team it's acceptable to cheat against is the Yankees. So, I'm thankful they didn't get there, and I'm thankful the cheaters lost. So, there you go. That's what I'm thankful for in baseball. And honestly, if we're going to be real about the Orioles organization, I'm thankful for Mike Elias. Hopefully he can build the Orioles up to a competitor. I hope he didn't have anything to do with this cheating in Houston, but they were still doing it after he left, so you can't put the blame on him. The Orioles obviously aren't cheating because they're losing 100-plus games, so, there's that. And honestly, I feel like this guy is really smart. He knows the game of baseball. He's going to build the organization up. It's just going to take 5 to 7 years. And, that's a long time away. So when you're a baseball fan and your team is losing 100+ games. Like it's hard to look into the like silver linings of the situation, but I am, and I'm thankful for Mike Elias, and I pray that he makes the Orioles a contender again one day. But comment what you're thankful for this holiday season, this Thanksgiving, in the sports world. It's awesome that you're subscribed to the channel, and if you're not, you should subscribe too, because I want to be thankful for you too, man. So do it. Peace out. Have a good day. Happy Thanksgiving.